Hello, everyone. Michael Jaco with Life Wave. Yeah, no, I mean with Unleashing Intuition. My mind's all over the place. So there's amazing things that are happening as far as reveals, and that Rob Reiner and his wife's death. Uh, you know, it's a huge explosion of exposure. We've seen a lot of people die in Brentwood, right? And we're going to talk about who may be involved in that. CIA, all right, and other groups, probably, possibly, hit teams sent out and so forth. Because we've not only seen Rob Reiner die with knives, but we've also seen Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman died in Brentwood. Remember that? O.J. Simpson trial. There's a lot of people that say that O.J. Simpson's son did that murder, and by O.J. Simpson, taking the heat and doing the trial, makes it no way they could try his son. So there's been people out there that basically pointed out that O.J. Simpson's son was a chef and skills with knives and hated the mom and so forth. So because she betrayed the dad. So there's so many different things. And then, of course, Marilyn Monroe died in Brentwood, and we're going to talk about that. Very, very insightful stuff, because you guys know I've had James Files on, who is basically CIA assassin, and he has memories. We're going to have a little clip of him where he talks about how he and another group of CIA assassins were assigned to Marilyn Monroe. All right. And he's talked on my show and other shows where he was assigned to kill so many different people. JFK, of course, being one of those. But there's many, many other people that the CIA has been taking out. Now, I don't know if, O.J. Simpson was involved with CIA. I don't know if I do know that, other people have been involved, of course, with Marilyn Monroe. So we're going to talk about that. So let me don't fumble around with it. I'll just bring up the information and we'll just jump in. All right. So Rob Reiner's Brentwood neighborhood has a history of high-profile deaths, and it's a shady place, Hollywood, that is, right, in the Hollywood elite. So here we go. Rob Reiner's Brentwood neighborhood has a history of high-profile Hollywood tragedies. As you see here, O.J. Simpson, Nicole Brown Simpson, Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner, and Marilyn Monroe, of course. So I don't know the whole story about the Reiners. They say the son, Nick, killed them, slit their throats, right? And I've heard that they were in bed. So I don't know about you, but if somebody comes and slits, I don't know, me and my wife, if there's no way you get that close. Both of us are knife experts, right? If you've ever seen those movies where there's like this married couple that are like highly trained to go out and do these hits, that would be me and my wife Tracy. So we could do that. So I don't see that happening for us, but regardless of anyone that has limited, expertise with knives, they get spooked in bed or whatever. So I don't think it was that late that maybe it happened, or maybe it did happen. We haven't heard the time of death of them. We haven't seen anything about that. I guess the daughter found them the next morning, afternoon, something like that, and said that the son had a history of drug abuse and he was violent and so forth. So I'm not saying that he didn't do it, but that these Hollywood elite, Rob Reiner specifically, and I think his wife were involved in trafficking, child trafficking, pedophilia, and all that kind of stuff. So probably the son was somewhat involved in that as well, because we know that they do that to their children, traumatized him, that's how he got on drugs. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just speculating. But regardless, Brentwood is obviously the scene and area where people get murdered. I don't know, but I don't think I'd buy a home in Brentwood. I don't care how many cool people are there. O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown Simpson's Brentwood home, the center of her murder trial. And there it is. And then, of course, Marilyn Monroe's final home where she overdosed. Did she overdose? She was overdosed. But other than that, she didn't kill herself. She was killed, just like those other people were killed, right? So either there's like these demons that are jumping in and out of people, which is highly likely with the knifing attacks that we saw there, or there's other groups that are involved here. The Obamas were supposed to meet the Reiners 2 hours after their death. 2 hours after their death. At least that's the story. So they were at a party. Was it Jay Leno or not Jay Leno, but one of those guys. Had a party, and they were at the party, and I guess the son showed up, and he was arguing with them, and people heard him arguing, and then he left, and then they left, and supposedly sometime after that is when they were murdered. So the Obamas, found out about it the next day. So they were supposed to meet with them the next day, 2 hours after they're announced having been murdered. So I don't think they were going to meet him on the day of the murder. So I don't know. It's all Conan O'Brien. Thanks, Art on the Lake. Art on the Lake. Thanks for coming in when I do those LifeWave events online. But I appreciate you coming in and being in the chat. So anyone has LifeWave questions, ask Art on the Lake. And he'll help you out. And he's part of my team. So if you want to get involved in LifeWave, go with Art on the Lake. So Patriotism Unhinged. That's James. James Files tells his story. So this is very interesting. We're gonna listen to a little clip. He said some things on my show about Marilyn Monroe, but in this one with James Manning, he goes deeper. He goes deep into this and speaks about the Marilyn Monroe murder in more detail.
Would you tell us what you know?
Oh, when the word came down, Marilyn Monroe was going to hold a press meeting, and she was pregnant with John F. Kennedy's baby.
Boom. Pregnant with John F. Kennedy's baby. All right. So she's going to hold a press briefing, and I don't know, because I guess she wanted to be in the White House, or maybe she was in the White House when she got pregnant. I don't know. But that's the way a lot of these elite are. They have multiple, partners, and that's I guess that's the way. And I've talked about this. The Kennedy family, they likes a lot of women, right? And I don't know, maybe the women likes a lot of men. So that's the way they roll. All right. So let's go a little bit further. This is James Files. As you guys know, he's been on my show several times. Like I said, close to death. He's very old, and I gave him some LifeWave patches. I think it's extending his life a little bit. But he has revealed. I guess he's like on his deathbed confessional. Pretty much is what we're getting. But maybe thanks to LifeWave, it's extending it and extending it and extending it. So.
Oh. And she wanted to be, Marilyn Monroe had the idea that she's going to be the first lady in the White House, and et cetera, and everything else. And she wanted John to get rid of Jackie. Wasn't going to happen. So anyway, she said she was going to have the press conference in 48 hours. They had 24 hours to get rid of Marilyn. So the lawyer there called the lawyer in Chicago. The lawyer in Chicago went and saw Sam, talked to Sam. Sam said it could be handled.
All right, so I think he's talking about Sam Giancana. It's a mafia don in Chicago. So not only was James Files former military that was brought into the assassin team by former president, before he was president, but working for the CIA, George H.W. Bush. He was he was the handler and the groomer, I guess, to bring him in and get him trained up and so forth. So, this is sordid tales of truth that we're starting to see here.
This lawyer called the lawyer back in New York. This lawyer went to Kennedy that it could be taken care of. And they put a rush team together. And I drove the hit team. Main man was Charles Nicoletti. And the other one, the electronics expert that was going to short the alarms and everything to get Merlin through there. Because they knew the house was bugged by the cops out there. And he's still alive, so I can't name him.
Right.
He's alive and living out west. And he used to live in Melrose Park with us. And he was a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And another guy, Pete Bonney, he was talking with me on the phone, and we were talking about it. And I said, yeah. He said, so I said, say hello. And I said, how do you mean it's hello? He said, somebody's been dead for the last 5 or 6 years. He said, he's alive. He's in perfect health out here. He said, he's doing good. So we used his real name in the book, Murdering Merlin, that we wrote.
Okay.
My wife wrote.
Uh-huh.
And so we got to go to the book. We got to change his real name since he's still alive and give him an alias. Because on the front of the book, we put some of the names have been changed to protect the guilty.
If he's still alive, he's in his 90s,
Yeah.
mid-90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look at Clint Eastwood. He's 95. He's still going strong.
Who?
Clint Eastwood.
That's right. Yeah. It happens.
You know Robert Hush family, right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
All right, so they'll be chatting a little bit there. So, catching up on all the names that are out there. So, there you go. So we know that the CIA and their hit teams are often involved in taking out a lot of these people. Now, there's a lot of people that are dying right now in Hollywood. A lot of them. Everybody's posting names. I'm posting names, names here, names there. There's so many names of people that are dying right now, guys, that are Hollywood types. Why? Now, President Trump tomorrow at 9 Eastern is going to come out and have an address to the nation. What's he going to reveal? So Juan has said that he's going to come out and declare a national election emergency. Is he going to do that? Is he going to reveal some other things, the reasons why maybe he's going to do something like that? And or maybe he's not even going to reveal that. It's not coming out till later. You never know, guys, because I've been in a lot of these missions. I've been involved in the CIA at the highest levels. I've been involved in the SEAL teams in the highest levels, actually, combat action, and almost half my career, 35 years. So you never know. You can be going out to the plane to get on the plane to go do a mission. They're like, call it off. And then you're like, okay, well, what? Just wait. You don't know what's going on. And then like next day, they're like, okay, it's back on, rebrief. And you rebrief the mission. And then you go out to the plane or the helicopter or the ship or whatever you're on. And you head out, and then they call it off. It's like that, right? So it's like that right now with a lot of stuff. A lot of you think that things are going to happen, boom, right? Like that. It takes a lot of coordination, a lot of moving parts, and if one little cog gets out of line, then everything has to be back down, shut back, and then restarted. You have very high level people that can move on a dime, like I have been involved with most of my life, and it's just one of those things. It's like you get that, but now that the public is starting to get involved in this, because we're trying to keep the public informed, trying to educate the public now, you guys are getting a little antsy, all right? They're like, what? Why not? It's this person's fault then. All right. Pam Bondi needs to go away. And maybe she does. I don't know. I'm not directly involved in that. I agree. Some of this stuff should be, we should be hammering down on these people, but it could be all a coordinated hit type thing. So you don't know. And they're going after some people and calling them out and saying this person's bad when they're actually good. All right. And that could be misdirection. All right. So a lot of misdirection that's going on everywhere. Sometimes you just don't know what to believe in. Even myself, I don't know. Even probably some people that are directly involved don't even know what to believe in. Tell you the truth, I've been there. Even at the ground level, directly involved in some of these missions. Sometimes you don't even know all the moving parts, and you could be part of. I've actually been, on both sides. The intelligence gathering and operational side, mission planning, and on the actual operator side. So I can tell you that there's a lot of moving parts. And when you're trying to take down a massive deep state organization that has been gaining power and has a solid grip over the world, and can do crazy things if they feel like they're threatened. Nukes, directed energy weapons, storms, earthquakes. These are not good people to mess with, but they're being messed with. And that's why they're cleaning house. That's why you're going to start to see, like Minif's been saying, you're going to start to see a lot of deaths, right? Because they don't care. They don't care about the people that, they puppet. They don't care about us, even less, right? Do they care about their puppets? The puppets think they care about them because they take care of them, but they can't take care of them like they used to because we're gaining insights on them. And so they're basically cutting the strings of the puppets, and the puppets are falling. And that's what we're seeing right now, guys. All right. So the inside a Hollywood tragedy. And that's, something that I believe when I look at this as a remote viewer, I see that this boy was abused, right? Horribly. And that's why he probably freaked. So Hollywood director Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, had every reason to be at Conan O'Brien's festive early Christmas party in the Pacific Palisades on Saturday night. Now, Conan O'Brien, seen with pictures being taken with a lot of the people that are involved in putting out fires, all the firefighters and so forth. Lots of pictures with them, congratulating them. But I can tell you, because I know a woman that was in Pacific Palisades, and she said a lot of the homes that burned were on the smart meters. All right, so we've told you guys for years now to get off smart meters. And the Pacific Palisades, she showed me pictures. I don't know if I'm going to get her on my show. I'm going to try. But she showed me all the pictures. She said right across the street from me was where what's Cheech? Remember Cheech and Chong? So Cheech, I guess, lived across the street from her. She told him to get rid of his smart meter. He did. His house didn't burn down, but the houses on either side of him burned to the ground, completely gone. Right. So she basically showed me a lot of these pictures, and she said, I told everybody to get off smart meters, and all the smart meter homes are gone. And so more insights. There you go. All right. So Conan O'Brien, I don't know if he had a smart meter home or if he listened to this woman to basically get rid of it, or the firefighters just showed up. It wouldn't matter if the firefighter showed up, because basically the smart meters basically burn the home from inside. All right. So now if homes are burning around you, yeah, they can potentially, cause your home to burn. So if the firefighter showed up to basically make sure that his house didn't get burned, that's probably something that happened, right? But the fact that his house didn't burn, I'd be like, Conan, did you have a smart meter? And he's like, what? Did you have a smart meter in your home? Well, no, so-and-so told me not to get rid of it, and I did. Smart, good job. All right, so their 32-year-old son, Nick, who had been in rehab at least 17 times for addiction and mental health struggles, showed up to the very formal party in a hoodie. Right, so Nick was freaking everyone out, acting crazy, kept asking people if they were famous, probably stoned out, and so I guess he was doing cocaine sometimes. I guess he got lit up on cocaine. He would live with his mom and one of the mom and dad, one of the guest houses there in their Brentwood estate, and I guess he like got whacked out on cocaine one time and. He'd been high for like 3 days and he like broke everything, punched the TV and the lights and the walls and everything. So they ran him out of the house. And I don't know. I guess he was all over the place. It's very sad. Here he is right here. You see everybody smiling but him. Right. So that is not a good look. All right. All right. So anyway, Nick was indeed back home after numerous bouts of homelessness in Maine, New Jersey, Boston, Miami, and other faraway places over the years. After a period of sobriety, he had been recently suspected of using again opioids and heroin. So the people around there, it's like these poor people did everything to help this kid, their friend who lives few blocks away from the Reiner house, said. So it's a tight-knit community. Everybody knows everybody there. So here's Conan O'Brien with the Redondo Beach firefighters. Good job, guys. All right, so he's thankful. That's good. You should be, because your house didn't have a smart meter on it. And if it did, I guess they decided not to turn yours on for some reason. So amazing amount of people are dying now. Like I said, we said this was going to happen, and probably a lot of you guys are like, shut the F up. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anybody dying. All right, so it's here. All right, so these people are dying. It's getting down to the wire, guys. Now a lot of you guys are probably jumping up and down. Hollywood elite have been taken out. Hollywood elite have been taken out. Yay, yay. Woo-hoo-hoo. But what might happen? What might happen? Right? So, the West Coast fall into the water, like do the earthquake machine. And so you never know, guys. Don't get too happy. Because, I said that Christmas won't be so happy. So something might happen. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow Trump says, from this point on, we will go after the deep state on a level that's never happened before in history. And then the deep state basically unleashes, right? So careful what you wish for. All right, so here's all the deaths. Of course, this is from Trader Girl Q. And she's been on Nino's show quite a bit. She's got some really good, I like her information. So tomorrow is the birthday of Pope Francis, who died April 21st. I don't know what she's saying there. Tomorrow is Pope Francis' birthday. Oh, okay. Tomorrow's his birthday. So he died April 21st, but tomorrow's his birthday. All right. So she's making some kind of connection there because that's what they do. They do these things like that in celebration of some dark spirit, or I don't know. So in the past week, we have had the deaths of Rob Reiner, Peter Green, pointing him out yesterday, Rachel Carpani, Carl Carlton, Anthony Geary, Joe Eli, Tucker General. There's a lot more. You're like, there's more? Yes, there's more. All right, this is just a few. There's other people that have died, right? I think I just posted a new one. How many will be dead by Friday? The Epstein files will be released by Friday per the Epstein Files Transparency Act. So here's another guy, Martin Grelis, Matrix actor dies. It's from Santa Surfing. She's hot on this stuff. She has been for many years. So the Matrix actor dies, age 57. I've seen so many others. I mean, I just got to the point where I was like, there's just too many. There's too many that are dying. I don't have time or the patience to like cover it all and put them all on these lists, right? So there's lots. All right. So a lot of people are like banging on Trump because he posted that he wasn't a fan of Rob Reiner. They're like, how dare you? This is a time of tragedy for he and his family. I said this yesterday. We are at war with these people, irregardless of how they die, when they die, who kills them, or whether they get arrested and go to Guantanamo and are executed there, or stay there for the rest of their lives, or however many years. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that we strike back at them as hard as they've been striking us guys. And not just President Trump, all of us, right? So let's listen to a little piece of this.
Either person can sit at either place.
Either place.
Whatever's good for you.
I don't think either one of us has a good side.
You don't
so it
have a
doesn't
good
matter.
side, it doesn't
We're both
matter.
bad sides.
All right, me too. We're both of the follically challenged.
All right, so here we have Obama's CIA director, the director of national intelligence, and a Hollywood movie director who plotted together to take down and frame Trump with a threat that they made up, which never really existed in the first place. And here they are, like they televised this. Of course, Rob Reiner has been atrocious in his attacks on Trump and so forth. So this is where it starts. Now, this is 22 minutes long, and I could play all of it. I'm just going to give you a little piece of this.
So thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. The thing that to me is so frustrating is that this cataclysmic thing happened to our country, and people don't seem to understand the gravity of it.
So what happened? Donald Trump was elected. They underestimated the power of we the people. So they underperformed on their cheat, and Hillary Clinton did not get elected. So they were like furious that their manipulations didn't work. And so they wanted answers, and they wanted to frame Trump in Russia collusion. Because if they framed Trump in Russia collusion, just like they did with JFK, they can do whatever they want because Russia is the enemy of the deep state. And as the enemy of the deep state, anyone that they perceive in any way, shape, or form that colludes, or if they make it up like they did for Trump and they put it out there, then that turns on all their little minion puppets. And then they can go after Trump, which they did for the 4 years. And then they did it for the 4 years he wasn't in office. Supposedly he wasn't in office. And then the 4 years, that's probably going to continue until they're taken down. Now, will they be taken down in the next 4 years? Absolutely not. They will go into hiding like they've done many times, and they will wait, and they will wait, and they will wait. And as they're waiting, we will hunt them, and we will find them, and we will pull them out of their little hiding spots, and they will be executed and or stand trial and be put in prison for the rest of their lives.
And, you guys were talking about how, it's unusual for people who have been, how many years experience do you have between you, would you say?
Jim has several hundred, I think.
Probably 80 or 90 between the two of us.
So here you are with all that experience. Have you ever seen anything like this happen?
All right, so they're televising this bullshit, and they're influencing people with this bullshit, right? This lie narrative. And a lot of people fell for it, right? A lot of people fell for it. There's still people that are dumbed down with Trump derangement syndrome, right? Because of these assholes, right? And many others. So do you want to like say, oh, poor Carl Reiner, Rob Reiner. I keep saying Carl, I don't know why. Rob Reiner, you know, like I said yesterday, I have sympathy for anyone that dies, however you die, for whatever reason you die. You know, I see all of us as God's children. Some, you know, stray quite a bit, right? Like these people have to the demonic side. And even if you're demonic, if you come back and you push back against the demonic side and say, hey, demonic peeps, you guys need to stop being demonic. It's like really, really bad. I realized that it's not so good. And then you get taken out, right? Then you get taken out or you get marginalized or whatever, right? So it's going to be like that for a long time, guys. So maybe President Trump comes out tomorrow and says, all deep state actors, we're going to kill them all tomorrow. Like from right now, 9:00, they all die. Whoop. And you think they're all going to die? You'd be very happy about that, wouldn't you? But you think they're all going to? No, of course not. There's many levels to this. Many levels. So understanding that there's many levels, and when I say levels, I mean dimensional as well, not just in the 3D realm, but also dimensionally. If you've seen some of my shows, I talk about how I go interdimensionally and go on the warpath against a lot of these very negative entities. All right, armed up with the armor of God. Right, there's lots of things that you have to do to play this game. I've been decades into learning how to go against the baddies. All right. So, does that mean that we're good? We got President Trump, we got Mike, and we can just go back to sleep, right? And enjoy our hot dogs or our lamb during the Christmas, right? So I got lamb we got lamb. We're going to be cooking lamb for Christmas, so it's going to be lovely, all right? So it's a holiday, you know. Everybody's like, you know, in the festive mood to a certain extent, but are you? I'm in a festive mood, but I'm like, let's start kicking some serious ass here. Come on, I can have a nice Christmas dinner and exchange presents, and then go kick some ass. All right, so that's the way things are going to be for a long time, guys. We're in a war, and it's an attritional based war. Unfortunately, at this point, at some point, the attrition on their side, and they're actually inducing some of their own attrition. They're on attrition right now to protect their ass, right? And to hopefully stay in hiding a little bit longer. We've talked about this, you know, how this hiding process they're starting to move towards is going to last a little bit longer. Now, we know that some of these people have already been taken down, but there are some people that have gone into hiding. You look at Princess Diana, you look at Michael Jackson, both of them are in hiding. Elvis Presley was in hiding. He's back out, but everybody's like, there's no way that guy that's, you know, pastor could be Elvis Presley. That's good. And so that way he can do his thing. You know, he's still alive and come out and enjoy the last few fruitful years of his life, you know, being a pastor. Something that he probably always wanted to do as Elvis, because he always sang beautiful gospel music. And, of course, he performed for the deep state. And then the deep state came after him and then seized his music rights, just like they do for a lot of these people, because they don't have the creativity, guys. They don't have the creativity. So they have to have people that are in touch with God, they have the creativity, and they steal from them. They kill them and steal their stuff, right? Or steal their stuff and then marginalize them and threaten them so that, oh, you don't like that we took all your stuff? Well, mess around. You're going to end up like so-and-so or so-and-so or so-and-so or so-and-so. And then we have, you know, some of these people that have gone to other places to live. and and they get away with that. They probably got some ankle bracelets on or something. I just kind of wonder where some of these people are at these days, because we don't really hear from them anymore. Some of these Hollywood elite, you just don't hear from them anymore. You see them occasionally, but do you? Or is it some actor or actress that we're seeing? Yes, in some cases it is an actress or actor. So we're going to continue to see people. Even President Trump has doubles, all right, triples, quadruples. So will the real President Trump please stand up in Cheyenne Mountain? So you never know, who's going to be out there and who's really playing the game, who's real, who's not, who's playing the game for the good guys, who's playing the game for the bad guys, right? Because they can have a double lookalike that's playing for the opposite team. They do that as well, right? So it's a crazy, Bob Joyce. It's a crazy, formerly known as Elvis. Right. So there's a lot of people that have, awakened to all of this. Now, how could Bob Joyce come out and, be present with the love of his life? That was love of his life back when he was Elvis. That's with him now. How could he do that? Well, that's why some of those people that have ankle bracelets are allowed to still live. We'll let them live, but we're going to put an ankle bracelet on them if we can have Elvis come back, right? So, and we're just going to name him Bob Joyce, and then you guys can throw some bullshit out there about there's no way that could be him, and we're like, yeah, that's good because he can cover. All right, so that's a lot of stuff that's going on. So it's going to continue now. Randy, there's so many people that are starting to reveal and have been revealing. Randy Quaid. So Randy Quaid, I like him. Great actor. Has done some really great parts. And so here's a picture of him. If you don't know who I'm talking about, that's Randy Quaid. All right. Now Randy Quaid just a while back came out and talked about how there was some groups of people that were taking out actors, all right? People that are being taken down, all right? So I'm like, what? Where is that? Where did I put that? I just had it up. Dang it. Hate when that happens. Randy Quaid. So let me see. Here it is. All right. So he talks about how there are hit teams that take out actors. So just like I'm talking about, this is not something new. Think about all of those musicians that have been in plane crashes, and then their music just keeps going, and everybody's like, oh, and then they come out with new music. It's like, oh, there was like stuff in the background that they were working on, and we're going to bring that out. They're profiting. They have the rights to their work a lot of times. That's one of the reasons why they want to take out Michael Jackson, because he was getting to the point where he was breaking free from the music industry and getting all the rights to his music, right? So I guess one of his sisters is still working. No, not his sister. I think his daughter. Sister or daughter, maybe all the Jackson family, the good Jackson family types, and his daughter are still trying to get his music rights, right? And they're probably worth billions of dollars at this point. So so he knew they were going to kill him, kind of like President Trump knew he was going to get killed, kind of like Charlie Kirk knew he was going to get killed. So they staged their death. How about that? It's been going on for a long time. And but of course, President Trump then staged his assassination attempt. It was an attempt because it was going to be for real, and they caught wind of it, and they're like, okay, let's take out the people that are going to do this, and then we'll stage it with one of our actors. one of our actors. That was not the real Trump. Hello. That was not the real Charlie Kirk. Hello. That's not the real Erica Trump. Hello. So I heard today that, after Erica Trump, not Erica Trump, but Erica Kirk and what's the woman? Candace Owens. Thank you, lovely. So Candace Owens basically, they had a little meeting last night, and somebody said that Candace Owens just basically took her Instagram down. I was like, what? I haven't looked yet, and I don't really follow her that much. I've seen some of her shows, but why would she do that? Now, was it because a lot of people have I even said it yesterday, it was like, okay, they're trying to find out what she knows, and are they going to try and intimidate her, say you have a choice, you can do this or you can die like everybody else, right? Or did they say this is part of a bigger takedown of the deep state, and we are taking down the deep state, and we're playing this game until it's time to put their neck under the guillotine, and we need your help. So maybe I don't know. I'm not saying I don't even know. I have no clue, right? It could be either one of those. So that's the way these things are working. You have to just be observant and take in the information. Don't get hypercritical because it doesn't go the way you want it to, or the way your group of people think it should go. Because I know there's a lot of truthers out there and people that do shows, and they're get all overcritical and start bashing people that don't follow the way that they think things should be going. It's like, come on, just be observant, just be cool, right? You don't need to work together. Just be cool. Be cool, fool. All right, so that's pretty much a lot of stuff that's going on now. Let's listen to what Randy said a while back. I don't know when this happened, but I just saw this recently. And he talks about how these people basically come in and do things.
For the past 20 years, my wife, Evie, and I have been the victims of criminal activities perpetrated by a small network of individuals who are out to destroy us personally, professionally, and financially. This network of individuals is manipulating the banking system and the criminal justice system for the purposes of sabotaging our credit and our credibility. Up until a year ago, Evie and I had never had any run-in with the law whatsoever. We are not criminals, nor are we fugitives from justice, nor are we crazy. We are simply artists and filmmakers who are being racketeered on. We believe there are to be a malignant tumor of star whackers in Hollywood. How many people do you know personally who have died suddenly and mysteriously in the past 5 years? I have personally known 8 actors, all of whom
It's like they look choked up there.
All of whom I have worked with and was close to. Heath Ledger, Chris Penn, David Carradine among them. I believe these actors were whacked, and I believe that many others, such as Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and Mel Gibson, are being played to get at their money. In the meantime, many a celebrity's image and marketability is being co-opted and destroyed. Google helps out by keeping the negative stories near the top of a celebrity's webpage because it's the negativity that brings in the advertising revenue.
All right, so there you go. There's a lot of us know this. A lot of people have been putting this out for a long time. Haven't seen him haven't seen him in films lately, have you? Yeah. So is he still alive? I think he might still be alive. I haven't seen that. Dennis Quaid was passed away, but who knows? If he's on the Epstein list, which I firmly doubt very seriously he is, they wouldn't be going after him if he was, because the people on the Epstein list are people that are close to them that they can control completely, right? And if they get out of line, or if they see them, if the good guys start to like zero in on them, figure them out, and start to like, get close to getting information from them, they whack them, right? Or if they're getting ready to reveal something, because we know that Anne Heck was, she had that accident where her car just like was like, woo! So they can take control of your cars, and maybe they rig them, or if they're smart cars, they turn into bad smart cars. We've seen a lot of people that have died in smart cars where I remember there was this one billionaire couple in Texas, and the wife was having a party for her friends, and for whatever reason, she went out and got in a car, and the car backed into, it was a Tesla, and everything locked up, and it backed down into their lake, and she drowned. And I guess they were trying to like, bang the, trying to get her out, and finally the fire department came, but she was dead by then. Remember the Obama's movie, The Day After, or whatever it was, where, not The Day After, but that one where it's like there's almost like a civil war or something. And